All right, time now for our In Focus segment in which we're discussing about JEE main exam begins amid COVID-19 protocols. Right, joining me are two very special guests, Professor V. Ram Gopal Rao, who is the director of IIT Delhi, and Professor Anil D. Sahasrabudhe, he is the chairman of the All India Council for Technical Education, also known by its acronym AICTE. Gentlemen, welcome to News Night. If I can start with you, Professor Rao. Now, your institute, the IIT Delhi, is a direct beneficiary of the National Testing Agency's processes. So, from your vantage, your perspective, how was day one of the JEE main?
Got conducted very smoothly.
Right.
I was also reading the reviews from the students. The students are also very happy. I think at least the process has begun now. At least one
Indeed.
uncertainty is taken away, because students were earlier worried about health, but they were also worried about their careers. The health part of it, we still need to be concerned, but at least the career parts of it, now can go forward. Now from here we'll start the journey. After now another 5 rounds of JEE mains, we will select 2.5 lakh candidates. We will conduct for them the JEE advanced examination on September 27th. Now from there, the results will get declared. Then there will be 6 rounds of counseling. Then the admissions will happen. At least, now that we are able to begin the process, the admissions can happen by end of November, by beginning of December. So, we have already lost 1 full semester. Now our academic calendars are all very highly packed. So now that, we have lost 6 months, now we need to at least get things back on schedule, and at least by end of 2021, we are hoping the semesters will become normalized. I think at least the process has begun, and I'm very happy that, I would like to congratulate NTA. I think they should get all the credit for conducting such a massive examination throughout the country. The state governments for coming forward and doing what is required. I think the country has shown that we can surmount this problem and move ahead. I think this gives everybody enough confidence on our systems and our processes. This is a very good thing.
Absolutely. Fair point. Professor Sahasrabudhe, from your perspective, how was day one, and what's your feedback you are getting from your associates on the ground across the country?
I'm also indeed very pleased, like Professor Ram Gopal Rao, for the conduct of JEE main. There are multiple reasons. One is I'm also from IIT system, so I know JEE and how valuable it is for getting admissions. I was myself chairman between 1997 to 2000 from IIT Guwahati. Saying that the examination got postponed twice, it created a lot of tension amongst the students. We all know that they were all under pressure, not only students, but also their relatives, parents. There was sort of uncertainty, and this uncertainty once for all has been now vanished. Secondly, being the chairman of AICTE, my concern was, unless IIT JEE main and followed by that after its result, advanced JEE of 2 lakh plus students, and then the result of that and the counseling of IITs, at least 1 or 2 rounds of counseling, unless it is over, we cannot start the counseling at the state level for the state level admissions, because they're all linked. Everyone in the country, whoever has appeared in the JEE main, 8 lakh plus students, 8.5 lakh, they will be appearing and they will all be aspiring. Whether someone gets it or not is a different matter. But everyone aspires for that. And therefore, they will be in 2 minds, whether to take admission in a state government college or not take it. And even if they take, and all those students who get admission in IITs, not only IITs, JEE main is also connected with the NIT admissions. So there are a large number of seats of IITs and NITs and several other state and central universities who take JEE score. They will all migrate from the state engineering colleges to those colleges. So there is a chain reaction which will happen. And although IITs will get settled down and their admissions and classes will begin somewhere around November end or December first week or second week, the other colleges will have to wait for another couple of months. And therefore, that cascading effect will have very, very bad effect on the entire technical education system in the country. I'm very glad that it has come off Congratulations to MPA. Excellent arrangements. I was looking at the ground, various reports, various people in different centers. They have told that the arrangements were fabulous. I think social distancing, giving of masks, sanitizer.
Right, we'll come to those measures in just a bit, Professor Sahasrabudhe. If I can bring in Professor Rao now. In fact, it gives me a perfect segue into my next question. Now, these exams were held in the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic. There were strict protocols to be adhered to by all stakeholders, be they institutes, the NTA, students, parents, you name it. In your assessment, in your perspective, how good were those SOPs, for instance, giving sanitizers, face masks, maintaining social distancing, having 2 shifts per day, reducing the number of students per exam center. So in your assessment, how good were those SOPs and did they come good this morning?
I think so. In fact, IIT Delhi is directly involved. We are the organizing institute for the JEE advanced examination. I know the massive amount of effort that goes behind the scenes. People don't often realize that. To be able to double the number of centers in such a short time, to make available all these centers for conduct of such prestigious examinations, and even the cost involved, the JEE Advanced this year is costing us 50% more than the previous years. Now the fee remains the same. We are spending money, government has been very generous. I think, the financial implications, the massive effort that goes into having twice the number of centers, because we need to leave 1 seat between the 2 students, and arranging face masks for so many students, arranging sanitizers. I think, all of that needs to be done, and somebody is working extra hard. We're all concerned about the careers of children. Finally, of course, we're all concerned about the health of children. We are all worried about the COVID effects, but I think life cannot remain standstill. I think life has to move on. And we need to, as a country, this has given us the confidence. Now that we could organize this examination on such a massive scale, now it has given everybody enough confidence that now things can open up slowly, and people also need to be disciplined enough. For example, once you enter the center or the premises of the center, we will take care of all the social distancing norms. But what happens on the streets where nobody is watching you? I think that is where the self-discipline is very important. Unless we all become self-disciplined, unless we all get used to this new normal, I think, it is going to be disastrous for the country, to be continuously in the lockdown mode. I am very happy that the nation has been able to overcome this challenge. Right. The exam has been very successfully conducted. I think, everybody needs to be congratulated for this.
Indeed. Professor Sahasrabudhe, you wanted to talk about the social distancing measures, executed and implemented all exam centers. In hindsight, with the benefit of hindsight, that should be reassuring for students and parents alike, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. This is absolutely reassuring to parents and students. Whatever little worries they had after seeing the first session, they are all satisfied. And the interviews given by many candidates, and their parents, that itself signifies that the arrangements were excellent and there are absolutely no trouble at all. Secondly, the social distancing has to be maintained both inside and outside. Inside, arrangements have been made by the institutions where the centers are located, but outside, when they are entering into the hall, their parents and relatives coming in, I think they should restrict that, and there must be some kind of a discipline, self-discipline, which should be maintained by everyone. If that is done, absolutely not a single case will happen because of this. And first and foremost, in fact, if someone has the COVID, they are already required to be under the house place actually and not come for the exam also. Therefore, I don't think there is any problem about COVID being spreading during the examination. This is an unnecessary worry which was there and which has been now stood to rest actually.
Absolutely. Professor Rao, now there are multiple stakeholders in this examination process. The National Testing Agency, or NTA, is just one of them. The state governments are equally stakeholders in the smooth conduct of this examination. Now, the Education Secretary has thanked state governments for cooperating with the NTA for the smooth conduct of the exam today. What is the feedback you're getting and your assessment of the state's contribution towards the successful conduct of these examinations?
No, I really would like to congratulate the state government. State governments have gone out of their way. For example, some state governments have even arranged accommodation for the parents, who accompany the students. In normal times, nobody bothers about it. I think this being the COVID time, state governments taking that extra step, going that extra mile to facilitate all of that. I think, as a country, we have shown the way. And also even IITs, for example, we said that there are some students who wrote to me saying, in a normal time, we could have used public transport, but now I cannot afford private transport. So how would I travel to 100 kilometers or 200 kilometers? I cannot afford private transport. One appeal made by some of us, there were hundreds of people who registered. IIT alumni and some of the philanthropists, they created a website called EduRide, and hundreds of students have registered, hundreds of donors have registered. We have been able to match the donors with the needy students for arranging the private transport. And overnight, hundreds of students have benefited from such an initiative. I was myself amazed at the kind of response such an initiative has received. Now for tomorrow, for example, again something like 200 and 250 students are going to avail the free ride offered by the donors. Some of these students have traveled 300 kilometers using the private transport provided by these donors. I think these are the times where we need to be united. We need to help each other. I think we need to take care of each other. I think that's the only way the country can actually move on.
Absolutely. On that note, Professor Rao and Professor Sahasrabudhe, thank you so much for joining us on News 9. Thank you for your time once again. Appreciate it.